Can you still hear me?
I can.
All right. We should be live now. All right, let's go back to chat here. All right. Sorry about that, WB. You want to start over with a song and everything?
No.
No?
No.
What the fuck fun are you?
I'm not.
You're not.
I'm not any fun.
Boring.
I know it.
Boring. You're boring.
I don't care. I don't care. If you want to play a fucking song, then play a fucking song.
No.
Just play one.
No, I want you to. I wanted you to
play a song.
Nope.
Okay, I want. Nope. No, I want to, but you got to play something that I like.
You didn't like CCR?
I don't know. I didn't hear it.
Oh, that's true. It was a good song. Tombstone Shadows, what we played.
I'm just saying. You got to pick something that is
gingerbreadish.
A little more me.
It says I'm off. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's see here. No. No.
Tulsa. If that's what you're looking for, Tulsa.
I don't know how to spell it.
Tulsa. Tulsa.
Fucking wackadoodled here. It won't let me search or nothing.
It looks to me like the wackadoodle is you.
Yeah.
You are the common denominator to all of these problems this morning.
You know.
Wackadoodle.
It says I'm offline. Let's see here. Let's just get rid of it. Open the bitch back up. Quit. Free not quit. Yeah, this is driving me batty. There we go.
Woohoo. Where there's a will, there's a way.
I just don't understand what's going on. All right, here we go. Here is Tulsa by 49 Winchester. Good morning, WBAM.
When I crossed that Oklahoma line, I flicked my trusty Bic. Took a drag to ease my pain, smoke poured between my lips. And if there's snow in Tishomingo, Dallas may just have to wait. I can't seem to find no peace of mind. This feels like some mistake, and that old familiar feeling setting in. Well, I think I should have stayed in Tulsa. East Texas ain't for me. They'll lock you up for smoking grass and throw away the key. Don Williams knew what he was talking about when he was singing Tulsa Time. Oh, but Kenny's Tulsa turnaround is what's running around my mind when he said, oh Lord, I wish I had never been stoned. Well, the roads kept getting better the further south we went. My nervousness and worry had started to relent when I saw that Texas border and the Texas State Police. I wish I'd left my stash in Tulsa instead of underneath my seat, and that old familiar feeling setting in. Well, I think I should have stayed in Tulsa. East Texas ain't for me. They'll lock you up for smoking grass and throw away the key. Don Williams knew what he was talking about when he was singing Tulsa Time. Oh, but Kenny's Tulsa turnaround, that's what's running around my mind when he said, oh Lord, I wish I hadn't ever been stoned. Tulsa, East Texas ain't for me. They'll lock you up for smoking grass and throw away the key. Don Williams knew what he was talking about when he was singing Tulsa time. Oh, but Kenny's Tulsa turn around. That's what's running around my mind when he said, oh Lord, I wish I had never been stoned. Oh Lord.
All right. Good morning, WBAM Radio. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning.
Hey, look at that. Sound,
Hey.
audio, and video. Visio. I have a TV like that, I think. Not sure.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were really popular there for a while. I don't know whatever happened to them.
Did they not make them any? Are they?
I haven't seen
discontinued?
one in a while.
I don't know.
Maybe they're only at Walmart. I don't know. Maybe they're exclusive there or something.
I have no idea.
All
That
right.
is where I got mine.
Get your numbers in. It's I got 2N Jen. She put her number in earlier. And that's all I got right now. Well, Puddin', you know, she always picks the same number, 21, so get her down.
I thought I saw another one.
Did you? Did I miss it?
I don't know.
I've been fucking around with stuff trying to get everything working, so if I would miss one, that would not be
Maybe
surprising.
maybe I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
No, just
Puddin',
the twos. Just the two. Just
and
the two.
Jan. Well, me with my countdown numbers, but they don't count.
Right.
What do you want?
You really want to know what I want? Give me 27.
27. There we
None
go.
of this 13 and a half business today.
Well,
Okay.
you can't. Yeah, you finally picked an odd number, so we can't cut you in half.
You're going to roll a fucking 13 and a half.
Somehow. So, yeah, I will shit. I'm leaving. If that's the case, then we know that Satan does exist and I'm the fuck out of here. I'm going to go do some bad shit. Because obviously the world is coming to an end. If a randomizer rolls a 13 and a half, we got problems. Yeah, it's a shame you missed that first song. That was a really good song.
So was the second one.
It is. You're not wrong about either. You didn't get to hear the first one, but
What was the first one?
Tombstone Shadow, Creedence.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't think I know.
It's
that.
not a quote unquote popular one. We were discussing that. We had I got a new band going on, and we were talking about Creedence, the new drummer guy. He was like, name a bad Creedence song. I can't think of one. I can't think of a single Creedence song that I don't like. Those guys were fucking phenomenal. You know, none of them were really trained musicians either. I think that's what made them cool. You know, just kind of did their own thing.
There are a ton of musicians that are not trained musicians.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people are just talented that way.
Yeah, it just comes natural. Like they can pick up a guitar and just start playing it. I'm like,
yeah, it's crazy.
I don't get it. I don't understand it.
I am not one of those.
No, I am certainly not one of those. I am on the struggle bus.
Your talent lies elsewhere. Your talent is all oral. I mean, vocal. How clever of me. It's all vocal, but that's okay. That's better than most people got.
Do not pin me down to say that it's all vocal.
Well, that's all I've seen so far.
Well, because I'm still learning. I'm still working.
Right,
on it.
but your natural talent leans towards. I didn't mean to say that. That's your.
No, that
only
is, but
talent.
that's what you said.
Of course, because my natural talent is putting my foot in my mouth constantly. I can't get out of my own way. No, I meant that's your natural ability leans that way. Like naturally, you're vocally talented.
Thank you.
You have a very smooth voice, very powerful voice.
Very powerful.
It is powerful. When you want to wail, man, you fucking wail. Even when you do that fucking scream thing you do. Sound like a fucking crazy lady from the Middle East, but
When? What are you talking about?
when your son was singing karaoke, you're like,
Oh,
some bullshit like, yeah, exactly. I think my mic,
that one.
I think it shut the system down again. Made everybody deaf. They're like, oh, fuck, we're awake now. But yeah, that one. That's the one I'm talking about. You got a powerhouse of a voice. Gets up
That's
there.
my
I
favorite.
think the dogs are
It's
barking
fun.
now. So either the
way
male
too
is here
fun.
or they
It's,
fucking heard you through my headphones.
it's like the funnest thing ever to do.
Well, we were surrounded by bikers at our table. If nobody was there, so you don't know. And then we're sitting there, and everyone's like listening to the music. All of a sudden, Jen lets that out, and it was fucking loud. I mean, it was
War
fucking loud.
cry.
And they just all kind of like fucking swung their heads and looked at us. I was like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? How you doing?"
When I go to karaoke, and that's kind of like that's my thing, and they're like they hear like mom's here.
She definitely has that motherly love for her children, especially the one that sings. Just saying, it's obvious.
I do love him.
It's
He's my
obvious.
baby.
Burger. So what did you do over the weekend? Anything fun?
Oh, I did lots of things fun.
Well, tell us about a couple of them. Pick one that was really fun and tell us about it.
I don't think I will.
Yeah?
No.
Not even one?
No.
I went down and cleaned up trash at the property for...
Oh, that sounds fun.
Oh, God.
I went
Well-
out and checked them. I checked the mail on Saturday.
How'd that go? Were you dressed?
I didn't have anything.
That's the first question. Were you appropriately dressed to check the mail? Or were you dressed at all?
I was.
Question one.
I was. I was dressed
Question two.
appropriately, and yeah.
Did you even have shoes on?
No,
Yeah,
I did not
I
have
had a
shoes
feeling. I had a feeling. Them river girls, man. They're born with rubber on the bottom of their feet. Fucking who needs shoes? Who needs it? But yeah, we were down there for, oh my God. Seemed like forever. The scrap
up-
guy, I got a hold of the scrap metal guy, and he came down and we loaded some shit on his truck. He had to come back Sunday and get a second load. There was so much shit in the woods behind where the bunkhouse is going.
You must have
So
bears.
much shit.
You must have bears.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of shit back there because we're building an outhouse. So,
Shit in the woods.
right on the edge of the woods.
Why are you building an outhouse?
Because it's going
I
to
am-
take a year or two before I get the house built. So there's going to be no place to shit. That's why. I don't want to shit in the woods. So we'll be shitting in an outhouse in the woods. It's a little bit better.
Okay, well, I will not be visiting until you get like the
I don't
plumbing
blame you.
situation.
However, we're only 5 miles from the truck stop. So
5 miles is a long time when you got to go.
yeah.
Believe me, I've been
Oh,
there.
I know.
Oh,
But it is an alternative solution to shitting in the woods. Go right to the truck stop. It's open 24 hours.
5 miles is a long way.
5 miles is a long way. But, if you plan ahead, if you wake up in the middle of the night with one of them, then you have no chance.
There's no planning ahead. You can't plan ahead for that. Not when you're me.
I used to be like that. And ever since I've been on the Monjaros, I'm not like that anymore. It regulated me right up.
Regulated you.
Regulated me.
Regular. I don't even know how I said it the first time.
I don't either. I'm struggling with it too.
Regularly and regular. I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah, but I mean, it's yeah. Like I can take road trips now. I don't have to plan like, hey, let's make sure we go by a gas station or two.
Oh, I have like anxiety over it when I'm on a road trip.
Yeah,
Like I have to
I used to.
map out. I have to map out where the bathrooms are and how far apart they are
Yep.
and when I can eat. I don't eat the night before I travel somewhere.
And you especially don't eat fast food.
No.
No. That is a
No.
major no-no.
It causes some major anxiety.
It does. Shit in your pants is a scary. It's a scary event, and it's not one you want to take part in. So you do what you got to do when you have that kind of belly. You plan around everything. Family outing, those stupid commercials about that crap that you take for that crap. That's real, man. When they're like, your IB's kicking in and sends you a text message. Rah, rah, rah. You seen that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's
know
real.
all about it. Yeah.
It's real. That commercial it was one of the few, those drug selling commercials that's actually accurate.
Drug sellers.
Drug sellers. Most of them are full of shit. The side effects are like, anal bleeding, aneurysms, heart attack, death, stroke. But you'll be able to pee regularly. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Why would I risk all that for that? I just pee my pants. Thank you very much. However, pooping your pants is way worse. So they know you can't get away from that. That's the worst.
It's awful.
I mean, I haven't shit shit my pants since I was a kid, but I've come close a couple times.
I can't say that. I honestly
I've come close.
Say that.
This one time, I don't know, maybe if I told this story already, stop me. But I was
if it's good, I'm not.
None of them are good. I had this old beat up car. It was a 64 Dodge Polara. Loved it. Ran like a fucking top. But somebody had cut my valve stems. All 4 of them were cut. And I don't know how they time released the motherfuckers or if they did it at different times, but all 4 tires ended up going flat at different times within a week. And by the 4th one, I was out of money to tow the fucking thing. I was out of tires. I didn't know. I was sitting on the side of the highway, and I called my kid. I'm like, Alex, come get me. I'm like, I got a shit, and I'm stuck on the highway. He's like, what? I'm like, it's just below Midvale Hill, man. I said, you got to come fast.
You just woke me up, Dad. It's going to take me a few.
Oh, yeah, and it was like noon 30, and yeah, he was just getting out of bed. I'm like, grab my pickup, get down here, and come get me. And of course, he's fucking dragging his feet, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh God, I'm sweating. Like I'm starting to get the sweats. And then the state patrolman pulls right in behind me, and here I am. It's about this time of year, a little later, but it was cool. So I had a leather jacket on, and I got this.
You were cool too.
Yeah, I was so cool. And I had my motorcycle
the cool
boots
man on the side of the road with flat tires, no money,
the old car,
and he got a shit.
Yeah. And this fucking cop stops. He's like, hey, you okay? I'm like, no. I said, I got a flat and I'm out of spares. I said, this is my 4th flat this week. He's like, what? So I told him the whole story. I'm going through a divorce, blah, blah. I think somebody's cut my tires, but I can't prove it, so there's nothing I can do about it. He's like, man, I really love this car. And he starts going over it, and I've got to shit so bad. I am like sweating bullets. And he had to be looking at me. Like, it's fucking cold out. And this dude's sweating. I'm thinking he's going to arrest me, and I'm going to shit my pants in the back of his car because he thinks he's going to think I'm on drugs. So he leaves, and Alex still isn't there. And this is like 20 minutes in, and I'm like done. I can't. I'm getting ready to just like explode in my britches, and I'm like, this ain't going to work. So I grab my bowling towel out of my bowling bag. Luckily, I have my bowling bag in the trunk. I grab my bowling towel and I jump the guardrail and go down into the thickets. And it's thick. But I didn't care. I plowed right the fuck through there. And I'm telling you, this is gross, but I projectile shit at about 5 feet out the back. It was it looked like a rooster tail from a dirt bike. If I'd have had motorcycle handles with them boots and that jacket on, it would have looked like I was riding a bike, spinning the fucking tire. It was terrible. And I love that bowling towel. It was a custom bowling towel. It had something funny on it. I don't even remember what it said now, but grab your balls or something stupid. But yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And then I like not even 10 seconds after I cleaned myself up, he comes rolling up. I was fucking pissed.
Dad?
He got the death glare.
Where you go?
He's
Dad?
like, hey. Oh, he's like, hurry up, I'll get you home. I'm like, it's too fucking late now. I said, them poor rabbits down there. I hope I didn't get any of them, because It was fucking everywhere. But yeah, that should have been one of the times I shit my pants, but luckily the trooper left at the right time and the bowling towel was there. 4 feet of thickets didn't fucking slow me down. But yeah, I still think about it every time I pass that little stretch of road.
Oh,
If you're ever in town again, I'll take you by.
I don't want to go see. No.
I'll put a little brown flag out there on the guardrail. You know, they do those memorials.
Yeah.
I'll put a brown one out there for me.
Oh. You need to get a duplicate towel made.
Here lies Lee Johnson's butt, baby.
Shit.
Oh, what are you going to do?
BLJ shit here.
Wow, wow. We have some taps playing or something on a little remote thing. It was awful. And unfortunately, I've got like 10 more poop stories.
Oh, I have several. I have several too, but I'll not be sharing them.
I'll save one for another day.
Oh, God.
I'll wait till Bonzo Bitburg's listening because that's one of his favorite stories because he was involved in the one. But it's a real thing, man. When you got a stomach like that and you just, you can't help where you're at when it hits. You can't.
You cannot.
And it just does not pick the most opportune moments, Of course, it was happening before I had the flat tire. I was trying to get home. That's what I was doing, but I really miss that car too. That thing was an old piece of shit, had rust everywhere. But the seat was
so
clean.
out of that entire story, everything you just told me,
Mm-hmm.
you think the most interesting part of it is, man, I loved that car.
I did. I miss it.
You're such a dude.
I know. You would just bump the key, boom, and that fucking thing would fire right up and go down the road. 1960s technology, and it was still better than today's shit. Way better. It was a gold anniversary edition, 64. That was Dodge's 14 or 50-year anniversary. So it had like this really gay gold steering wheel, gold interior. It was so fucking awful that it was beautiful.
Pimping.
It was beautiful.
Pimping.
It was like one of them fucking ugly bulldogs. It was so bad, it was cute.
They're not.
They are. Come on, they got the one tooth hanging up.
No, I don't care. They're cute.
I know. They're so ugly, they're cute. You can't help it. That's how
No,
this
it's
car
not
was.
because they're ugly. They're just cute.
Mm-hmm.
They're not ugly.
Yeah. Well, you're into chubby dudes, so
Well,
chubby dogs would be right up your alley.
I like a bigger guy.
I know you do. I know what your jam is. Peanut butter and jelly. Your peanut butter and jelly jam. All right. So I started doing yoga over the weekend. You and I already talked about this, but we didn't talk about it on the air.
I started doing yoga. You make it sound like it's so.
It's terrible. It's like I never envisioned myself as a yoga doing person. However,
Somehow I still can't envision it.
it's as bad, it's as awkward, and it's as unattractive as you could imagine. Everything that's going through your head right now is 100% accurate. 100%. So we were looking through, Barkley and I are looking through YouTube trying to find an appropriate starting yoga for, people my age and my condition. Because I'm out of shape, man. Terribly. I can still lift the back end of a car, but then I can't move for 7 days. But so we find this one. It was called.
Hang on just a minute. I want to interrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Folks, if you're in chat and you haven't yet picked the number,
pick your number.
Do so.
Yeah, I guess it's 9:37 already. We had that late start, so everything's all wackadoodle. Pick your numbers, people.
Okay, finish your story.
So anyhow, we're looking through YouTube. We turn on YouTube TV on the TV, and we're looking through trying to find the appropriate ones. And I don't know what to search for, so I start searching for geriatric yoga. And there are, oh God, there's so many. There's this one, I almost picked it too. It was chair yoga, they called it. Chair yoga for seniors and wheelchair bound people. And I'm like, and that's not funny, but listen, me trying to do that yoga was funny because, it's funny. But we ended up finding one called gentle yoga, gentle standing yoga for people 55 plus, which is, me. 03 for Penny, 22 for Brandon. Got it. And oh my God, it was so hard. It was, I don't know what the fuck regular yoga is, but it has to be like weightlifting or something because I was fucking exhausted after about 15 minutes of this.
But
Wore the fuck out.
Isn't it just like stretching?
Yeah, but you got to hold your arms up in the air for a long time.
Oh God.
Try it. You sit here and put your arms in the air for the rest of the show and see what happens.
I was being serious. Oh God. I mean, like I'm not, I've got them up now and my fingers are already starting to feel a little numb.
Right. I was like, oh my God.
My arms are starting to do the wave.
I was like, I looked over at Barkley.
I'm looking like the car sales, the
wild, wacky arm waving car guy. Yeah. Oh my God. It was hard. We had the mats down and everything, and they're like, you can get on the mat or you can sit on the chair. And I'm like, yep, I'm grabbing the fucking chair. I'm grabbing the chair. So I did a little bit of it in the chair. So I can't sit cross-legged like that. There's no fucking way. I would have to bust my little twiggy legs to fucking get them to bend that way. You know, that pretzel bullshit that they do? Whatever that pose is. Where they sit all cross-legged.
You're the yoga master.
I have about 15 minutes experience in yoga now. So I am an expert. Basically a pro. But we're going to do it again tonight. So, because shockingly, I did feel better that rest of the day. Like my neck and shit it was better.
Well, I want to try.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It wasn't terrible. That's all I got to say about that. But yeah, I was kind of like, wheelchair yoga. I was making fun of it, but I don't know if I could do it without getting tired. And what we discussed in our text was I felt like that would be cultural appropriation if I did wheelchair yoga and I'm not in a wheelchair. And you said, take baby steps or rolls. So no, but you know what? I just threw away a wheelchair though.
I could get you one if you want one.
I had one up until Saturday when the scrap guy came. He took.
Oh, you're serious? Like just got rid of one?
Yeah. Well, it was my grandpa's house, and he had lost both his legs to diabetes, so he had a wheelchair, and his legs were there too. But I put them in the hopper. I didn't. I offered them to Coney first.
You gotta stop.
They were in the shed, and they had those old man white tennis shoes on them. I asked Coney, I said, you know how they got the little, how fake legs are shaped, right? They got that part that suctions up onto the thing.
Yeah.
So I bet Bonzo, so I'll give you $1,000 if you drink a can of pop out of that one. He's like,
did
fuck
he do it?
He did it for free. Not kidding. Would have been better out of the shoe, but the shoe's not dirty because they were never on feet.
No, they're...
I should have saved that one for you and cut the toe off, but they weren't.
I don't need one. I don't. Oh, you mean
Yeah.
give me the toe?
Yeah. But they
I
didn't
was gonna say,
have
I don't need a leg with no toe. I got that.
they had wooden feet though, so they weren't even I didn't take the shoes off to check, but I'm gonna bet they didn't have like toes.
What am I gonna do? Just super glue that wooden toe to
I could just carve you one.
to a flip flop.
Yeah, that's a great idea. To all your flip flops, glue like a wooden toe down, so when you put your foot in, butts right up there.
It doesn't help me keep the fucker on my foot.
No. Might. No, it wouldn't.
No, like flip flops, you have to have the toe to keep the shoe on.
Well, you'd have to wear Crocs then, because they can kick them into
I
four-wheel
am
drive
not
mode.
wearing. Well, I mean, I like Crocs, but I mean,
I
I
don't.
do actually.
I bought a pair
actually-
and they're terrible.
I actually love them.
Terrible.
I mean, I love them. I don't want to wear them out. Like there's the whole stigma. Oh my
no,
God, she's wearing Crocs.
it's real. Those are the people that
but
have
it-
given up on life.
but especially the ones that are fur lined.
Barkley has them all. She has them
Well-
with little tchotchkes on them, like she has this pair, this Margaritaville. So there's like a little bottle of tequila, a lime, and a salt and shaker and all that. Yeah, attached to the top of the Crocs. She doesn't wear them, but she has them. I've seen her wear them around the house, but
Oh, I love them for around the house. I mean, when I wear shoes.
and
If I
she
have
has the
to wear
furry
shoes.
ones too.
Yeah, I don't have furry ones, but I love Crocs for around the house for when I wear shoes.
I bought her some furry Vans a couple of years ago, and she never wears them. She must not have liked them.
Probably not.
Apparently not. They were pink too. I thought they were cute, but you know, she has terrible taste in shoes. Terrible.
Maybe you do.
Oh no, I have great taste. Amazing. I've been awarded for my taste in shoes.
You are so full of shit.
I can buy stuff for other people, but I can't buy them for myself. Like when I pick shoes up for me, they're fucking awful, and I know it, and I can't.
I've
can't
heard the
do it.
British Knight story.
Those were good shoes. Had them for a while.
10 years.
Had them for a while. The story,
still
what she's
have-
referring to, I had a pair when Barkley and I started dating about 10 years ago. I had two pair of shoes. I had my motorcycle boots and I had three if you count my work boots, because I had to have work boots too. So I had my work boots, my motorcycle boots, and my tennis shoes. And they were a pair of British Knights from the 90s. And that's when I bought them. It was like 98, whatever it was. And her and I started dating 10 years ago. So that's 2014. So they were a few years old. And when they sat in the corner, when I didn't have them on, the toe curled up and almost touched the tongue. They were so crooked and the bottoms were worn out. So now she became obsessed with me having decent shoes. And now I got like fucking way more shoes than I'll ever wear. And then she still gets mad at me for wearing my old ratty ones because that's what I like. And I've caught her throwing them away.
Yeah.
Yep. And I have to let them go. It's sad.
Look at Brandon in the chat telling lies.
Especially out. Especially not
That-
out.
No. He says, I will never wear Crocs ever, especially not out.
Is he a croc man?
Well, not to my knowledge, but it's still a lie. It's a lie. There will be a day that the man runs out to check the mail
Yep.
and he throws on some Crocs that are sitting next to the door.
Mine are so uncomfortable. The only way she was like, you got to try them. Got to try them. And I was like, the only way I'm going to do it is if you buy me the American flag ones. And I'm like, if you do that, then I'll try them. And she did. She bought me the American flag ones and I tried them and I don't like them. They're not comfortable at all.
I think they're amazing.
All.
But I will say this. I actually like the cheap knockoff dollar store Crocs,
Mhm.
Crooks, or whatever.
Cruise.
You're gonna call them
They're
something other than
gators.
Crocs. Yeah, there you go.
I got my gators
Well,
on.
anyway, I actually like those better because they're softer.
You know, it would be a great name for a knockoff Crocs.
What?
O'Dials. Like Crocodile.
Oh God.
O'Dials.
Oh,
Give
dials.
me a
That's
pair, give me a
sorry.
pair of
getting-
O'Dials. Hey, you wanna spend for some money?
I'm
If
the
you're in chat,
spinster.
I'm gonna give you a couple more minutes since I see a couple new
Oh.
people popped in.
All right.
Pick your numbers. It's $60 still today. Nobody's won in a couple weeks, so it's still $60 on an Amazon gift card. That's a lot of Crocs, a lot of O'Dials you can buy with that.
Actually, it's not a lot of Crocs.
No, it's not, but
You might get two.
do you wear your slides with the old man white socks up to your calf? That's just what I want to know. What do they do? Or is the old man socks black
No,
socks
he
now? I
does.
don't know.
You know he does.
Sandals and socks. It's better than Crocs. That's my saying. Andy with 1-3.
13 and a half.
It might happen. Whatever Jen picks, if you pick the half, the median, there's a chance. There is
No.
always a chance. All right, well, Andy's in. I didn't see DBK throw anything up. He may not be tuned in. I don't know. I got pennies, I think.
3. She was 3.
Oh, come on. Yep, Brandon 22. Yep. We're all caught up. So
Are you ready?
I am ready. Go ahead and spinster.
Okay. Oh, I should have had it open already.
Feet prisons. They are.
Socks. I hate socks.
I
fucking
hate them too, but I
socks.
have to wear them with
Hate.
my work boots.
I won't. I refuse to wear socks.
My work boots will rub a hole in my leg if I don't. So I wear fucking over the calf socks to keep my legs protected from my fucking work boots. Terrible.
I don't
They almost
think
look
we
like
have a winner.
pantyhose. What'd you get? Go ahead and post it. I can't see, so. Drum roll, please. We may have a contest for WBAM 39. That's an odd number. You know what that is? That's 13 times 3. So you weren't too far off, Jen.
I'm telling you.
You were missed. 2N Jen was close. With 37, she was close. I'll have to try again Wednesday when we come back at 9 a.m. if everything's working. Brand. They do. They're fucking. I got these. They're Wrangler socks, so they're kind of talking about socks in chat. So they're kind of like. I don't want to say they're cool because they're not, but they're Wranglers. I mean, you know, they're not pussy socks, but they do look like pantyhose when I stretch them up over my calves that high. It's terrible.
You know, it's really strange to me what Wrangler meant to me as a child and what Wrangler means to me now.
Yeah. It was shunned back then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were shunned. And now they're like, they're uber popular now.
Oh.
They've almost jumped the shark.
They're expensive.
Yeah, they
They're
are. And you can't buy the regular old Wranglers with leather
Well-
patch and the W on the pocket. They're all fucking fancy now. They all got fancy
You
stitching.
You can buy those. I mean,
They're always bought up in my size when I go to look for them. Always. A lot of fat people must like Wranglers. That's all I got to say. Who knows? But they're always gone. I don't get it. But those fancy stitching ones, I call those Wranglers. The ones that look like your sister's pants. Some dudes that wear them fucking all that fancy stitching on the pockets.
bedazzled.
Bedazzled, yeah. And then they walk around trying to look hard. I'm like, dude, you may be able to whip my ass in the parking lot, but goddamn. You might as
I
well
know.
be in a fucking minivan licking an ice cream cone with them pants on.
I know someone who is just like
I'm
he
just
wears,
saying.
and his wife makes him wear these fancy
That's what it looks like. He
because
borrows them,
she does all the shopping. I mean,
right?
that's common. So and she buys him these jeans that are all they're all girly looking, but he thinks he's like much a badass.
Yeah, I mean, I felt the same way about. Yeah, Calamity
His
Jane
jeans are
just said
just gay.
it. I felt the same way about the Jordache back in the 80s. I was a Levi's guy all the way. My mom would make me wear Lee's once in a while, but they were awful. I hated them.
Well, Lee wasn't too bad.
Yeah, they were number 2 to Levi's, but they were still not.
Yeah.
Not as bad. And Wranglers were just shunned. You just didn't wear those.
The absolute worst were
Rustlers. Yeah, well, that was 6th grade. My mom would buy Husky size, and I was a skinny fucking kid. I mean, little. So my pants never fit. It looked like
horrible.
It looked like a gunny sack tied at the top.
The things that they called us with little chubby kids.
Oh,
Husky. And I remember girls were pretty plus.
Oh, is that what? Oh my God, how awful.
Pretty plus.
There ain't no such thing as thighs too thick for Levi's.
Well,
That's
actually,
not a
there
thing.
is. There is.
No.
You try to squeeze one of these thighs
Fucking
into a
butter 'em
pair of
up.
Levi's, and I'll tell you different.
Spit on them. Get them in there. Because girls look fucking good in Levi's. Rub some butter on them bitches. Jump off the bed. I don't care what you got.
Booger says Calvin Klein. I remember Guess jeans were big.
Yes. Yeah, I remember all those. The girls could get away with that stuff, and the Jordache too. I just thought it was feminine for dudes to wear like Jordache jeans and the Calvin Klein jeans, because they did make them for the men, boys.
Well, sure.
But I thought they were terrible.
I mean, Calvin Klein actually, and Calvin Klein still has a pretty large men's line.
Yeah. My first ex-wife wore Guess jeans. We were dating back then. The pocketless ones with the little triangle on the butt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The upside down triangle that looks like a beaver. Yeah. Way to go, Guess.
You're
not fooling anybody.
Exactly. That's exactly what I think of when I see that little upside down triangle.
Yeah. Well, you're not a boy, so.
Yeah.
If you're a boy, that's all you think about. Guitar picks, triangles. You're
Seriously?
Like, yeah, of course. Fucking when you're a pubescent man, adolescent, it crosses your mind every 3 seconds, and I think that's a minimum. And after you reach my age, it's like every 6 seconds. Average. That's not even the pervy ones. Every step you take, you're reminded of your sexuality, just the way it is.
Well, females are. We're not any different. I mean, we are different, but I'm saying that as far as like, I mean, we feel stuff.
Yeah, I know, but you guys don't obsess over it like we do. At least not all of you. Not as a rule.
Maybe not. I don't know. I can't speak for all women.
That's one of the best things about getting older. As a man, getting older, you realize that you can live without it, and it doesn't rule your life anymore. It's still nice, it's still amazing, but it just doesn't rule your life.
I think as you become older, as a woman, you're
completely the opposite. Completely
yes.
the opposite. It's such bullshit, right?
Yep.
It is such bullshit. They fucking.
I don't know. I think there might be an answer to it.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, there's always a solution to it, but it's still bullshit. We should be on the same page, right? You should be just as horny. Could you imagine what our population on this planet would be if the girls were as horny as boys at 19? Holy fuck.
I don't think it would.
If you old cougars fucked then like you did now.
I don't think it would change much.
No? You think you still would have enough restraint?
Well, it's not that. It's just that it's not when girls are young, they give in and do things that they don't really want to do. I don't think it would change.
That sounds creepy as fuck.
Well, it's true.
Why would you not want to do it? What the fuck is wrong with you people? Doing it's awesome.
It's okay. It's not all that when you guys are young.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I remember my first time I was like, that's it.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's what the big fuss is over. I was so disappointed.
I was so excited I took a nap.
I bet she was.
No.
I bet she loved
no.
that.
No, I didn't. It's not a lie. That's a lie.
It's not a lie.
But it happened in a shed, so, I mean, you know. I was pretty young. She was a bit older than me. Good times. Rock and roll. It felt like I was there for hours, but yeah, it was probably like 2 minutes.
If.
Did you ever hear that Eddie Murphy when he talked about young guys fucking?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know that I would.
Well,
remember if I
his
did.
whole thing was about, you know, like when you get older and you get like into it, and he's like, you know, you start making faces and you start making cool faces, you know, because you think she's looking at you and you're doing all this, funky moving. You're like, come on, man. He's like, when you're young, he's like, when you're a dude and you're young and you're fucking, everybody has the same face. It's like the surprised look, because you can't believe you're getting it. You shake around like you're epileptic and you get that surprised look on your face. Very attractive.
Oh.
Very.
Ooh.
You know, makes you miss it, doesn't it? Makes you miss those days.
Oh. I'd rather forget those.
The average man, healthy, young man, 5 minutes. That's average. That's it.
Are you making that up?
No, 100% true. Look it up. Slightly over 5 minutes.
Have you looked this up?
Mm-hmm. Actually, I was watching a podcast and they were talking about it. But yeah. Talking about unreal expectations. The porn generation. They watch that shit and they think it should last hours, and there's no way. Not without, you know, not actual. What's the word I want to say without saying fucking? When you're doing other shit, you can make it last longer. But when you're doing that part of it, the average young, healthy male is 5 to 5.5 minutes. That's it. Enjoy it. Better get your cookies while you can, because 5.5 minutes ain't that long.
Well, okay. You say
love.
young. Do you mean like
20s?
20s.
Yep.
So does it increase as you all age, or?
Yes, of course. Well, I mean, it takes longer to reach climax as you get older. But you still can get excited and fucking, you know, have an accident. It could still happen. But, you know, it just gets more and more rare. And the longer you're with somebody, that obviously changes too. For obvious reasons. It's not new anymore.
Right.
You have to keep the fire going. You have to throw some crazy lubes. I don't even know what I'm saying. We don't do that stuff. When it's time to get it on, it's just time to get it on. 5.5 minutes of fun. Brown chicken, brown cow. Better get your cookies, better get them now. Because this train's leaving the station. Foreplay is a thing. And it's super duper important, especially when you get older. You know, if you've been in a relationship a long time, it's almost all foreplay, right? At least that was my experience. I don't know what your experience is.
I have no experience.
Well, then there is no foreplay. Let's
You
get
are
it
not
on.
wrong.
Let's get it on. I don't know. You know how it is. Anybody who's been in an LTR knows. It's hard. It's hard to keep it going. It's all about that foreplay thing. Brown chicken, brown cow. Why don't you talk? Get off the goddamn phone.
I'm
and
not
pay
on my
attention to the
phone.
conversation.
I am not on my phone.
What
this
are you
time.
diddling over there?
What are you talking?
creep.
No, fuck no.
You fucking creep.
No.
We got you all fired up, don't we?
Mhm.
Them old, what is that, menopausal hormones? But you had your stuff raked a long time ago.
A long time ago.
So you've been in menopause for a long time.
Well,
Doesn't it start it for
Yeah.
you? I mean, I
Yeah.
really don't know.
well, I don't know. I mean, I don't remember ever going through like a menopausal phase. I don't remember it. And so if I did, I mean, I guess it went pretty easy for me. However, my daughter just had a hysterectomy, and she's been going through
Yeah.
having some menopausal symptoms.
Age-wise,
So-
how close were you to her?
Almost exact.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Yeah.
I had a feeling. She doing
Yeah.
okay, though, other than that?
Oh, I guess.
What do you mean you get? Don't ask.
All right, I guess.
Don't ask, don't
I
tell.
mean- I mean, she's a piece of work.
Mm. Great choice on the last word.
She does what she wants.
Well, you raised her to be independent. I guess it worked.
Yeah. Don't you blame that on me.
Well, who else am I going to blame?
That is, I don't know, but you're not going to blame that on me.
You, the parent. You're the role model. Should have been.
That was
a
that
foot
was
model.
not me.
That's what you should have been.
Oh, I should have.
You still should.
I still might.
You still should. I'm telling you, man. I see these girls making bank on that fucking stuff. And yours is, I mean, about as innocent as you could get on your end of it. I mean, they're still going to be disgusting, but what do you care? You don't have to watch. You're just setting out content. Content creator. Watch me paint my toe.
I'm not going to paint my toe.
Well, that's what
I
they would
might
pay for. Like,
Paint
you
a
your toes.
toe.
Well, you got 4 of them on the one. Do you have like regular toenails on there? Or are they?
There's nothing wrong with my. I just don't have a toe.
I know, but I mean on the other
What-
ones.
Do I
sometimes,
have regular? Do I have regular toenails?
Well, my
What the hell does that mean?
pinky toenail is not normal. I don't
Well,
think I
mean,
could
that
paint
sounds
it,
like
and I think
sounds
that's
like
common.
a you thing.
Well, I don't know. I don't go around looking at. I think feet are gross, but I like shoes. That's weird, right? I like girl shoes. Shoes
Yeah.
on girls. High heels. But I don't like feet. I think feet are gross. I don't understand the foot fetish thing. It's not as bad as the poop fetish, but it's pretty close. That one's complete no. I mean, like if my girl was like, man, I really want you to, molest my feet, I could do it. I wouldn't enjoy it, but I could do it. But that other thing, no. I'd be like, yeah, I'll give you a free pass to go cheat on me with this one because I ain't, I don't want involved. Nasty ass. You into that?
I don't know. You lost me somewhere. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Poop fetish.
Oh.
Pay attention, and then you'll know.
All
right. I think we went over long enough. Says 55, but whatever. Close enough.
Well, we got a late start.
We did get a late start.
Yeah.
And I was trying to make up for it by going over, but we must have got a really late start. It must have been like 15 minutes, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was late.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
All right. Well, we'll try again to give the money away on Wednesday. Check out the B-side with, what's his name, Steve Benz on Tuesday?
On Tuesday, yeah.
Tonight, Vienna might be doing the Music Lounge. I don't know exactly what's going on with my scheduling here tonight, but I think I'll be around. I think I will. I can't promise anything, though. That's sad, right?
Well, you got a life.
I know. I got a lot going on. Got too many radio shows, too. I like it.
You do.
I like it.
Yeah, you're on the air quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, I skipped Saturday. I played a replay show. I was fucking exhausted. I got home right before showtime, and I'm just like, I ain't got it. I ain't got it in me. So put a replay on. I couldn't pull Wheatley out of my pocket. Had to leave him in there. Just the way it is sometimes.
Saturday Night Jail.
You know.
Yeah.
All
Didn't
right.
have it.
I got to let Jen go. She's struggling right now. She's got a life too. WBAM, we will be back Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Be sure to tune in for the shenanigans, and hopefully everything will work. You never know. You never know what you're going to get when you get us. Peace and love, WBAM. Peace and love.
Mucho love.